Emer and Satsy. Hello and welcome to Celtic Roots Radio, coming to you today from Downpatrick, Northern Ireland. Celtic, folk rock, Appalachian, bluegrass, Scottish, Irish, Breton, Cajun. If it's Celtic or roots music you like, you'll find it here on Celtic Roots Radio.
Would you give for a 40-acre farm, farmhouse and livestock, orchards by the barn? We'll throw away the plow and the car. Who's done bidding on this farm? It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. Charlie bought near Tarsdale, got it for a song. Martha had 9 children there, one more came along. But dreams don't stretch out that far. Do I hear 1,000 for this farm? It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. They planted beans and corn in a field out back, but they just couldn't sell enough to pay off the tax. Telling the kids was pretty hard. Who'll make it 2,000 for this farm? It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. Tractor was not in the cards, they used a horse and plow. And in the shadow of Billy Penn, they raised chickens and cows. But in the end they stood there arm in arm. Do I hear 3,000 for this farm? It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. Going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. Peaches were a final hope, they took them into town. But in 1929, no buyers came around. Hope and fruit dashed upon the ground. Do I hear 4,000 for this farm? It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold. It's going once, going twice, sold.
Well, what about this? He's alright. Welcome to the 77th Celtic Roots Radio Show. I'm Raymond McCullough from just outside Downpatrick, County Down, with another wee taste of Celtic and roots music and some crack. We started the show with a song, Going Once, from Mindy in West Virginia, USA, from her album River Drivers, the true story of her grandparents' farm being auctioned off. All of our previous shows are now available on YouTube, so if you prefer you can subscribe and get future shows from there. And we've recently started enhancing our old shows and putting them up on YouTube. Same music and crack, but with more photos and links to the artists and bands. Just go to the new TV page at CelticRootsRadio.com for all the links. A listener called Harsh Singh from Indore in India, India, contacted us via our Facebook page to say, Dear Celtic Roots Radio, I'm a big fan of Celtic Roots Radio and your unique blend of music and culture. And our first response from our YouTube listeners, John Graham 7272 says, This is a great programme. I particularly enjoyed Run Around With Me from the Sheridan Band. And another Facebook user, Scott Gordon from Oregon, USA, says, I'm famous. I had to show my wife where you read my message on the air. Every release is a wonderful gift that helps me enjoy my work days and dog walks. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're enjoying the show, please share it on Facebook, Twitter, or now on YouTube, or you can email me directly, Raymond@CelticRootsRadio.com. We're listening to a collection of tunes, Miss Monaghan's Reel, Neil Gow's Second Wife, and Lucy Campbell, from Irish group Mick O'Brien, Emer, Mayock and Aoife Bhriain, from their album Tunes from the Goodman Manuscripts.
She passed me with her goods and her gear.
That was Gwendolyn Snowdon and Cathinca van Sprundel from the Netherlands, and the well-known She Moved Through the Fair from their album Fabula Feminae. There are lots of stories about St. Patrick, but many of them are not based on facts. For a start, he wasn't an Irishman. He originally lived in Roman Britain, possibly in Wales. He was kidnapped from there and became a slave in County Antrim, herding sheep on Slemish Mountain near Ballymena. One of the false legends about Patrick is that he banished snakes from Ireland, which brings me to my wife's favourite joke. What did Patrick say when he was driving the snakes out of Ireland? He's all right in the back there? Yeah. Actually, Roman historians had reported many years before that there were no snakes in Ireland, so the legend probably sprang up because of Patrick's confrontation with the Druids, the snakes probably referring to the demonic Druid spirits. When he was captured, Patrick probably wasn't a professing Christian. When he was forced to work for 6 years as a slave, he remembered what he'd been taught back home and became a devout believer. He later claimed that in one day I would pray up to 100 times, and at night, perhaps the same. We've been listening to The Elders, a band from Kansas City, Missouri, USA, from their album Well, All Right Then, and a lovely tune called We Remember.
One bright March morning, I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jacksontown, my fortune to renew. I cursed all foreign money, no credit could I gain, which filled me hard with longing for by the lakes of Ponchartrain. I stepped on board a railroad car beneath the morning sun. I rode the rods till evening, and I laid me down again. All strangers there, no friends to meet, till a dark hour towards me came, and I fell in love with a Creole girl by the lakes of Ponchartrain. They said, "Be pretty, Creole girl, my money's no good, and if it weren't for the alligators, I'd sleep out in the wood. You're welcome here, kind stranger. Our house is very plain, but we never turned a stranger out by the banks of Ponchartrain. Me into our mammy's house, and she treated me quite well. The hair upon her shoulders in jet black ringlets fell to try and paint her beauty, then sure would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Ponchartrain. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said that this could never be, for she had got a lover and he was far at sea. She said that she would wait for him and true to him remain till he returned to his Creole girl by the lakes of Ponchartrain. So fare thee well, my bonny old girl, I never may see you more, but I'll never forget your kindness in the cottage by the shore, and at each social gathering of foamy glass I'll drain, and I drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Ponchartrain, and I drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Ponchartrain.
That was the Lakes of Ponchartrain from Myles Gaffney from Cork in Ireland and his album Soldier On. Eventually Patrick, actually Porrig in Irish, escaped from Ireland after hearing a voice telling him that his ship was ready. Later, after a few years of study and training as a priest, then bishop, he had a vision of a man carrying letters who gave him one-headed the voice of the Irish. He imagined the people of Ireland calling out to him, "We appeal to you, holy servant boy, to come and walk among us." So he returned to Ireland as a Christian missionary. In his confession, he described himself as being like a stone lying deep in the mud. Then he who is powerful came and lifted me up and placed me on the very top of the wall. And later he said, "Whatever comes about for me, good or bad, I ought to accept them equally and give thanks to God." Maybe we could learn from Patrick. Patrick learned that giving thanks, even when forced into slavery, changed things. In particular, it changed him, so the difficult times didn't bring him down. Instead, he said he was lifted up. You may not have the same confidence and trust as Patrick and his fellow saints, but I recommend their way of looking at things. It certainly works for me. And we're listening now to a couple of tunes from a band called Phoenyx with a Y from California, USA. Banish, Misfortune and Lark in the Morning from their album Keepers of the Flame.
Slaved in chains, on bended knee God takes his hand, spread his word throughout this land, with the Holy Trinity we will be saved. We pray to our Father, off to the wars our soldiers called, and with shamrock good luck to all, to keep them from harm, they will wear their green.
and Kansas City, Missouri, not to be confused with Kansas City, Kansas, from their album Gael Day. And we're going to finish with a Robbie Burns song from a Scots lady with a beautiful voice, Laurie Cameron, and My Heart's in the Highlands from her album Something in Us Never Dies. Na féile porrig sanna dit, Slan.
Farewell to the highlands, farewell to the north, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth, wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills, the highlands, forever I love. My heart's in the highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the highlands, chasing the deer, oh chasing the wild deer, following the road. My heart's in the highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the mountains high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the highlands, chasing the deer, oh chasing the wild deer, following the road. My heart's in the highlands, wherever I go.
Well, that's all we have time for on this show. Remember, you can find out more information about the artists and songs played on the show on our website at CelticRootsRadio.com. And if you're an independent artist and you'd like to hear your music played on this show, again, you'll find details on our website. That's CelticRootsRadio.com. Tune in again next week to Celtic Roots Radio. I'm Raymond McCullough, coming to you from Ireland. Slán agus Banagia.